Boom.
Boom. What's going on, Richie?
Not much. It's winter up here.
It's not here, not quite there
It's,
yet here, but I'm sure it's coming soon. We were about close to 60 degrees today, so
we've
rain, but
gotten snow, and snow, and now we're getting warm and rain. So we got slush everywhere, and we got a hell of a mess.
there you go. Get those
The
muck
wind's
roots.
going to pick up tonight.
It got windy today pretty when it was raining. The rain was coming down sideways. So and I wasn't even day drinking, so I know it had to be the rain.
Yeah.
So
And this weather report's brought to you by your local grocery store.
yes, 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 yes. We'll give you the last weather report you'll ever need. So tonight it will be partly dark, then it will turn to dark later on tonight. It'll remain dark till the wee hours of the morning, where then it'll become light. And there's your eternal weather report. It will never change unless we get hit by a meteorite or something. But
Yeah.
by that point, it won't matter. It won't matter. So
That's the weather report you don't want. The
that's
meteor is on its way.
yeah. No. Well, yeah. Just hopefully I have some fireball in the fridge when that news flash comes. When I get that Google alert. So just whatever. Just look up and go. Well, whatever you do, hit us hard. I don't want to walk away from this.
Yeah, I don't want to suffer. I want it
I want to
over
walk away
quick.
from this. So you're gonna hit good. 19 degrees. Nah, we ain't there yet. Shorts weather is almost gone. You're right. I could have gotten away with shorts today. I was in a t-shirt all day, but um, yeah, shorts days are gone for a little while, I think. Um, so check it out. So Jersey's known for a lot of things. Some good and some not so good. You got Bruce Springsteen. Yeah. We got diners. We're known for that.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
You, well,
Yeah. Nah. But Tobu's, pork, oil, and cheese. And now apparently we're known for drones.
you guys got some buzzing around down there. Nobody knows where they're coming from.
Drones flying around everywhere, dude. It's probably the government just blaming it on everybody.
Doesn't anybody have a shotgun down that way?
Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah, with our luck, we could wind up going to jail for shooting them out of the sky. Forget forget flying them in forbidden airspace. We'd get busted for shooting them out of the air.
Take one of those up there and a
Yeah,
drone
right.
buzzing around.
Yeah, yeah. And the funny thing is, I have one. I just don't go buzzing all around with it. Have they been over my house?
Now where you live, is it suburban or is it out in the country? Or,
No, I got to go 25 minutes west to get to country. All my places that
okay,
I dig and all that are about 25, 30 minutes west.
so you probably couldn't shoot a drone down out of the air where you live anyway.
Not without drawing attention to myself. No,
Out here, I can shoot one out of the sky. Nobody flinch.
nobody know and nobody care.
Yeah.
No. Um. So yeah. So whoever's flying the drones over Jersey, okay, whatever. Um. It's a thing now apparently again. It was a thing years ago with them flying them interfering with planes. Now it's just apparently a thing. So whatever. That's cool. Whatever floats their boats, man. So check it out. So next week, Wednesday, the 18th, we will be doing a special, uh, very special, short yellow school bus special, um, Christmas show, and is going to be myself, the Madman, Audra, the Jersey History Hunter, and Amanda Digger DeGaz. We're going to be here to wish you all a Merry Christmas. There'll be some giveaways. Who knows what else there's going to be. Probably some stupid Christmas hats and stuff like that. So,
I don't know about that.
well, not from, well, you are talking about Amanda and Audra, so
Yeah.
they're a little bit more festive than we are.
Yeah, I live with somebody who's a lot more festive than I am too.
Yeah, actually, I like Christmas. It's one of the few holidays
I do.
I enjoy Christmas. It's one of the few holidays I actually enjoy. I don't really care about most of them. Just made up crap.
You know, I like New Year's Day because New Year's Day nothing happens. It's quiet.
Um,
Everyone's hungover.
yeah, but you know what? It's been so long since I've been out for New Year's. I was supposed to go out last year. We were supposed to go out for New Year's for the first time in, oh my God, 15, 20 years. But unfortunately, I got really sick and that didn't happen. So I think I think we might try it again this year. Phil said they tried to abduct me, but luckily I'm too fat. Their tractor beams their tractor beams. You're no match for their tractor beams. They want you bad enough. They'll take you. No
Now
problem.
get Scotty in that transporter working.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a really fun Christmas show. Obviously, Christmas is the Wednesday after, which we will not be streaming. We will be doing whatever it is we'll be doing. For those of you that do turkey and all that stuff on Christmas as well, you'll be having your turkey comas. I am not having turkey.
I'm having ham.
I'm not even having ham. I'm making
Yeah.
a London broil, just something different. You know, I'm not a huge turkey person. I can live with it, without it, and I don't like ham. So,
Don't like
here,
ham, huh?
what's that?
Don't like ham. That's the first person I think I've heard of say they don't like ham.
You know, it's funny. I don't like ham, but I love bacon.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
How about pork chops?
I like pork chops.
Yeah.
Yeah, just ham. I just for some reason I don't like. And then my mom used to try to trick me and put like brown sugar on it. And go, oh, it's really sweet. No, no, I ain't falling for that. I am not falling for that. So yeah, I'm not a big ham guy. I don't like veal. I don't like sweet potatoes or yams. I don't like
I
beans.
love sweet potatoes
I don't like
in the oven.
I don't like cranberries. I like the simple stuff. Like my wife makes like a broccoli and cheese casserole, um, um, string bean casserole, mashed potato. Did I just lose power?
I think you did.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I still have Wi-Fi, so I don't know what happened there. I'm in the dark. Well, my other light's on. I wonder if it's just this. Let me check it out. Maybe my bulb's blue. I don't know. Let's check it out.
We having technical difficulties, folks.
Not really.
The regular program will be resuming soon.
Yeah, no, I've got Wi-Fi. My hallway light's on, so it must be my lamp went dark. It went. My lamp must have went on me. Huh? That's weird. Okay. Anyway, um, cool.
And Phil says the drones are overhead.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Oh, Anthony's having something called pernil. It's a
No.
Cuban style pork shoulder.
That's cool. Changing the ghost stories. Yeah, right. Let's see. So The drones did it. There you go. I like Cuban bread. I like Cuban sandwich too. So, all right. So let me see here. Let me see if I can pull this up. All right. So we're gonna do a little bit tonight on some American coppers, man. Some of you will know, some of you won't. If one of you takes one thing away from it, then that's all good. So let me see here. If I can pull this up real quick. And we'll start right here from the beginning. Can you see that, Rich?
Yep, I can see it.
All
I
right,
can't read it, but I can see it.
I got you. So let me see if I can scroll this up a little. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me scroll down.
So that's a chain scent, right?
That is, yeah, that's actually what they call chain scent or a Fujio. Because those get dug up all the time. I only personally know one person who's dug up a Fujio.
I've never dug one.
Yeah, I only know one person. So that's it. But yeah, that started in 1793, I believe. That was the first. That now there were
Why does it say design date 1787?
1757. That was the last year of Alargy.
1787.
Right. Well, that's because you got not all. There were coppers out before, but they weren't quote unquote minted. They were actually
Oh, okay.
like the Vermont one, the Connecticut one. There's a few, but
Were they like,
they weren't done by mints. They were actually done by private companies.
so they're more like tokens then?
Um, yeah, they weren't really official. Like I guess you could say American currency coming from a mint. There was a few private companies that they had do some. This actually came from a mint. And yeah, 1857 was the last of the largies, which was the braided, and they switched over to the Flying Eagle, which is the size of what we now know as a penny. But dug up a Fujio bone. Yeah, the only person I've ever known, I know personally that's dug one up is Hollywood Joe. Hollywood Joe has dug one, and um, that's about as close as I can come to knowing anybody who's dug one. So, um, and he didn't even know he had it. He didn't even know he had one until like months after he got home from digging it because he couldn't make out what it was. And then I guess one day he got bored, started cleaning some of his coppers. He's like, "Holy shit, that's a Fujio!" So he almost threw it out. Believe it or not, he almost threw it
Yeah.
out because I don't think he keeps his toasted copper.
I keep all my copies.
So do I. So do I. Um, One day I'll get bored or something like that. Then you know I might try to ugly box some of them just to see what happens. But let us stick it in there and fry it, and can't get any worse than it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. What at some point you can't even you get any detail on it off it
Yeah.
at all, then
It's like any other copper fill. I mean, it really just depends on the area and the soil. I mean, you get any copper that's and I gave mine away to you. Um, yeah, it depends how much water and fertilizer and stuff like that. Uh, a certain field or soil has, they tend to come out a lot worse. If you get lucky and it's a place where they didn't really use fertilizer or the soil's a little sandy, um, then you might get a little lucky and get some pretty good detail. But it just depends. It's like any other copper. Some places I go and they come out of the ground and they're like gorgeous, and some others I'll never know what they are. It is what it is. Is what it is, man. So let me let me bring up the next one because that's got a bunch of them on it. Let's see here. Here we go. So let me just share the screen here. All right. So let's see. Can you see them, Rich, or no?
Not yet. I don't see
Yeah.
anything.
All right, here we go.
Here's something's coming up now.
There you go.
There it is. I
There you
got
go.
it.
So what we got right there, that would be, well, let me try to go in a little different. So this right here, if you can see it, that's what they that's what they call a 1793 flowing hair chain scent. So there were a couple of different chain scents. Those are also not something that are dug regularly. Again, I think those were dollar coins, if I'm not mistaken.
There's 1 cent on the back.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
So I don't know if those were actually like widely circulated. They were struck, but I don't know if they were circulated. Or circulated that much. Um, let's see.
I don't know if anybody that I've seen in person dig one of those.
Yeah, no, I've seen a couple flowing hair copper. I've seen one or two. I've seen one or two. Um, there you go. And let's see. Next
Liberty
one.
Cap.
What's that? Yep.
Liberty Cap. Yeah.
Is the Liberty Cap.
I've dug the Liberty Cap half cent.
Yes, I have a couple. I've dug a couple of those.
Mm.
Those are cool to find. That's one of my favorite actually. It's one of my favorite coppers. And the funny thing is, when I first dug it, I thought it was a flowing hair, because the hair is long, but it's not really flowing like it is on a flowing hair scent. And then I saw the top part of it, and then I knew it was a lib cap. But yeah, I wouldn't mind finding flowing hair, man. Wouldn't mind finding a flowing hair at all. All right, next up, we got Charlie Harley's favorite coin right here, the Drake bust. If you can see that right there. JBP says her 1880s IHP is the oldest coin yet found. Only way to dig is to keep digging. Keep swinging, keep digging. Eventually, something's got to give. It's a law of averages. Well, and I think the area has a little bit to do with that too. Depends on where you live. It's harder to find largies when you start getting away from the East Coast. They're there, but they just become a little harder to find, because that area wasn't, I don't want to say developed, but it wasn't, it wasn't accessible, really. It wasn't really accessible until, railroads started coming and stuff like that. So, Yeah,
Well,
location
what about the Nova Cons,
Constellatio.
Con,
But that I believe that was actually done by a private company, not the mint.
yeah, it's 1786.
Yep.
I
There was
it's,
yeah, there were coins there were copper coins done before that. It's just they weren't done by like our quote unquote mints. Private companies were hired to do them. So I think they were more used for like trade and stuff like that than they were for actual currency.
you want to hear a sad story?
Sure.
My first year metal detecting, I hit the magic field where I started finding coppers and stuff that I hadn't dug yet. First first coin I find, Nova
Yep.
Constellatio, or
Yes.
however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Not knowing how to clean coppers,
Right.
I basically destroyed it.
Oh crap. Yeah, that's got like it's I believe that's kind of got like a sunburst on it, right?
Yeah, an eye with the burst coming out.
Yeah, the sunburst. Yeah, I, you don't see too many of those come out. Every once in a blue moon, you see one coming out, but they weren't like minted like once 1790s came. Um, and we had our actual own mints, and we were minting them. Um, it's like the silvers too. I think the first silver was the first minted silver, I think, was the flowing hair dollar.
Okay.
And then I think after that was right around the same time they came out with the Drake Bus dime. And I think a Drake Bus $50 or stuff like that. So that's Charlie's favorite coin right there. Is that Drake? Anything Drake Bus? That's Charlie right there. Let's see. What do we got underneath that? I believe we got us a matron there. Yes, we do. No, that's the classic. There is a difference. The classic large cent and the matron, they look similar, but the bottom of the bust is different. As you can see on the classic, it kind of goes
The hair and head kind of look different
a
too.
little bit, and then the bottom of the bust, how it kind of almost goes straight across this way.
Yeah.
Um, I've actually dug probably about 4 or 5 of those this year, and a few of them recently. They're cool. They didn't mint them for very long, so it's cool to find them. But it does look similar to the matron. It's just a little different.
Yeah. Phil
Oh,
says if I was a copper, I'd be called the no hair copper.
oh, the no hair copper.
We can
This is
shorten it and call you curly copper.
yeah, curly. Yeah, we could. Oh, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, or a smooth copper.
A
Let's see
slick
what else.
Rick.
Slick Rick. There you go. What else we got here? There we go. That's the matron right there. You can see the bust is a little bit different, and then up here is a little bit different. Um, those. Oh, that's a braided. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't look like a matron.
You can tell by the pronounced rim, and then also the braided was actually the last of the largies. Um, that actually, if you've ever dug up a matron and then dug up a braided, they look similar, but the braided has more of a kind of a pronounced rim on it. And then also the braideds ring up quite a bit higher, actually, because the braideds have a brass content in them, which is one of the reasons why if you find a braided, they usually come out pretty good, um, with pretty good detail because of the brass factor. Matrons, they're just like any other copper, it's just a matter of getting lucky. Who this? Hey Javier, do we find Civil War stuff? Here in Jersey, not very much. Every once in a while, get lucky, and we'll get a 3 ringer or or something like that. I pulled a few different Civil War items, but not much. There was no battles here. So basically, anything I find here are probably just from soldiers returning home.
Same thing up here. I do find my share of Civil War stuff. I find at least one item every year.
Yeah, yeah. It's just not like, I mean, you go down to south and go into some places, it's not unusual for people to dig up a half a dozen um, three ringers in a couple-hour hunt.
I've seen so many three ringers
Oh yeah,
be dug. It's like,
yeah. The
I
three
mean,
ringers.
wouldn't you get sick? Wouldn't you get sick of those after a while?
Yeah, it'd be like musket balls here. I find musket balls like crazy. At least 30, 40 a year, at least. So it gets to the
Yeah.
point. Yeah, it just gets to the point where you're like, all right, can
It,
I
it's
dig
like
some
it's
more?
like it's like bells up here.
Yeah. Well,
Get
bells.
15, 20 of them a year.
Yeah, we don't have most of us don't have that problem. Digging up that many bells every year, whether they're Crodal or Conestoga or whatever. Most of us don't dig that many, but Road to Bridge.
First dozen bells I dug, I said like, I didn't think they were a big deal, really. I traded with a guy who gave me a bunch of Buffalo nickels. I was trying to put together a collection of Buffalo nickels. So I
Got
said, hey, here's a dozen bells.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so I mean, coins were just so much cooler back then, weren't they?
Yeah.
Seriously, they were so much
They,
cooler.
they didn't put the president, they didn't put a Washington or Roosevelt or Lincoln on there. They put Lady Liberty.
Yeah, on a lot of them. Yeah, even the silvers. A lot of them had Lady Liberty in some variation. You had the seated. It just had her kind of sitting down. Um, Cat Bus had the Lady Liberty. Um, so yeah, I mean, uh, different variations. Even with some of these coins, there are different. There were different variations of some of them.
That
Um,
must have been you.
it was me. Look back on this memory from your chat with John Donaldson. Oh shoot, March 6th, 2024. Huh. That was a while ago. Oh man, so I mean, yeah, they were just so much cooler back then, and they were 100% copper. Um, some of them may have a little bit of bronze in them or something like that, but for the most part, they were pretty much all copper. Like I said, there were some older coppers, um, especially the state coppers. Um, went back earlier, but they were done by FLX is here. Speaking of,
Hey,
but those
John,
were done by private companies. As a matter of fact, I can't remember the name of it. Let me see real quick. Mm-mm-mm.
to show off my milk bottle
Your
filled full
milk
of
bottle.
marbles that I tumbled.
Got it.
It looked like sea glass.
So yeah, they some of them they called wreath scents. Your marbles.
Yeah.
The patrons, the braideds, um, the drapes, anything, Indian heads, um, flying eagles. They called those all wreath scents. And the classics were only minted for 6 years, so those were not minted for very long. Braideds were minted for a good amount of time. The matrons were minted. The flying eagles were only minted for 2 years. Well, I guess you could say three.
Actually, for circulation purposes, it was only 2 years.
Yeah, those were 88% copper, 12% nickel.
Still on my bucket list.
Yeah, Indian heads were around for a long time, 59 to 1909. And we don't really want anything after that, do we? I
No,
guess some people
we,
like,
we don't want no weedy excitement.
yeah, no. I mean, some people like digging them up. I don't. I throw them. I just chuck them.
Well, if you don't have much else to find,
Yeah,
you- some people aren't lucky to live in places where they can find
and
really
so
old stuff like us.
the wreath scents, like the matron, the drape, the matron, um, the classic, the Indian head, the flying eagle, the braided, the wreath scent is actually what replaced the chain scents because there was the Fujiyo wasn't the only coin that had a chain on it. There were
So
other
that flowing hair that you showed had a chain
yeah,
on it
there
too.
were other coins that had the chain on it. But like I said, some of those, the older ones, and then like the Vermont copper, um, um, what was the other one? Vermont copper. They had a Massachusetts copper. They had other coppers. They just weren't, like I said, minted. They were they hired private companies to do them. Um, so they weren't. I don't think they were struck the same way. And big congratulations to John. John got himself a bucket lister this week. He got himself a Trime. That's
Oh,
one.
nice. That's on my bucket list too.
So he was pretty excited about that. That was pretty cool. And um, Phil will like this. So I got out. I haven't gotten out since Sunday. So I got out Sunday with Audra and um, this kid Alex that I've taken out a couple times, and Audra and I got Jack, and which is fine because um, he got a couple musket balls, and the time before that I took him out. And he got his first musket ball, and then this time he got a couple musket balls, and he got his first two IHPs. So that was cool. I don't mind finding nothing. I don't mind finding anything if somebody I brought to one of my spots finds something that makes up for it right there. So that's really cool.
Yeah, it really sucks when you bring somebody to your site and
They
they
don't.
don't find anything. Yeah,
Yeah, and what's even worse is if you find something and they don't.
yeah.
So yeah, so
Like
I didn't mind that. If there's any
one
times I go out, I don't mind finding anything. It's circumstances like that. I don't mind.
one time, a group from New Hampshire come up to dig with Dennis and me in the river. It was Alan and the Silver Hunters. I don't know if anybody's familiar with them, but it was Alan, his son, and one other guy he hunts with. And we hunted a couple spots in the river, and they didn't find much. And I found like 3 bells and a little this and a little of that. So I felt
Three of
really
your
bad
three of your
finding this stuff.
20 annual uh bells.
Yeah,
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 I'm lucky to get 3 bells a year. I mean, I do. Well, I find a lot of crotal bells. I
yeah.
just 95% of them are just either in half or it's just the top part or whatever. So
Yeah.
finding whole ones is
I find it a lot like that. It's pretty much 50-50. Conestoga bells and Turtle bells up here.
yeah. I mean, I do find a lot of crotals. Just 95% of them are not whole. Once in a while, I'd say one out of every 7 or 8 I dig up, I get lucky. The rest of them are either cut in half long way or cut in half this way, one way or another, just in half
Yeah.
or pieces or something. Last one I
Yeah.
got was huge. It was like a number. It's like a 10 or a 12, but it was like in half this way. I only got one side of it, and I didn't get the side that has the number on the bottom.
Yeah.
So just had to guess 10 or 12. Yep, Jeep Girls. Beth says she's found one Crotal bell, and it's on her Christmas tree where it should be.
I could decorate a whole Christmas tree with mine.
That's where it should be, right on the Christmas tree. There you go. There you go. Just a little reminder, little reminder of uh of the hard work you put in to find that thing. Nothing wrong with that. Show it off a little bit. Somebody comes over, well, that's an odd Christmas ornament. What's that? And then you get to go and explain to them exactly what it is and where it came from.
And hopefully it's got the dinger inside. You can ring it for them.
Usually, if they're whole, they do. Usually, I mean, if somebody worked that hard to get that little dinger out from that little hole on the bottom, then you need to find something better to do with your time, because that's
I,
difficult.
I remember when I found my first Proto Bell and I cleaned all the dirt out of it and it rang and it's like this thing hasn't rang in probably
Yep.
100, 150 years. And today it rang.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes like especially like around this time where you get a little bit of rain, moisture, and that dirt gets pretty packed in there pretty good. And you won't know until it's got the dinghy in it until you get home and just run some warm water underneath it so that dirt loosens up and comes out. And then you're like, ding, 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 ding.
A lot of Proto Bells that you find will have the iron pin
Yep.
on the top, so
Yep.
you'll get an iron signal. So if you're real picky about what you're digging, a lot of times you'll miss those.
Yeah. I don't leave mine laying around my whole Croto bells only for the simple fact that I'm too afraid of one of these days I'll come in or something like that and I'll walk in the kitchen and front door and my wife will be on the couch and I'll just hear ding ding. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. Can you make me a sandwich? Ring, 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 ring. Yeah, and then my wife will be wearing a Croto bell. You can hear her when she walks. So, but
You can get her a big bell like this.
oh, I remember that, Phil. It, it, Phil, when he got his first Croto bell, he sent me a picture. He's like, "Is this what I think it is?" I said, "Yeah, it's what you think it is." Now they do have different other bells. Serve the queen, yeah, uh, yeah. Um, that look like crotals, but they're not crotals. They're more like kind of like the sleigh bells.
Yeah,
I've dug one or two of those. Thought it was a crotal bell at first, but that you could tell. You could just tell it looks a little different.
I like when I dig a bell and it looks different. Something doesn't look
Believe
like a
it or
regular
not,
Conestoga.
as I say, believe it or not, my favorite bell to find is the Conestoga bell. And one of the drones just got Richie.
No, I'm right here.
Oh, okay. I
I,
thought maybe
I
one of our drones made it up that way.
it just shut the camera off when I went looking for
All right.
unique bell. Sometimes you dig a bell, it's not really a Conestoga bell, but you don't
Looks
know what
almost
it
like
is.
it looks almost like a bicycle bell.
Well, it's kind of large for that,
Yeah.
but
Or
you know,
one of those
it's not a Conestoga bell, but
or one of those bells they used to have in school that was on the wall.
it might have been a desk bell. It might have had like a handle here and just a little desk bell too.
Yeah, ding 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 like they used to have in the stores. Is anybody working? Ding ding ding. Yeah, it could have been a house bell.
Yeah.
Houseboy, come here, houseboy. Which is me in my house. That's a Hooter helmet. There you go. Yeah. Phil's gonna get one of those made bigger, put on his head, ride a motorcycle.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Or an old steel pot they used to have in the military before they came out with all the Kevlar and all that stuff. I found one cowbell. Um, that's it, just one.
I found a couple.
Quebec,
They're heavy.
bell.
They're heavy as hell.
Yeah, they are. But you got to remember too. That thing weighs like 2,000 pounds. That bell don't mean shit. That bell don't mean a thing to him. He don't even know it's on there probably. More than likely. But so yeah, for those of you that joined late, next Wednesday we are going to be having a special Christmas stream, and it will be myself, the one and only Madman, Audra Jersey History Hunter, and the one and only Amanda Digger DeGaz. We will all be here to celebrate the holiday with you. There'll be some pretty cool giveaways. Probably going to give away some fines boxes, maybe some
I
coins.
wonder what I could give away.
Um, courtesy of the one and only Ultimate Fines Box, Mr. Eric Lamort himself. But yeah,
I'll have something to give. I'll have something to give away too.
and you know what I might do this week?
What's that?
I might turn around and what's that Christmas poem? Was it The Night Before Christmas?
Yeah.
I might actually this week. I might go ahead and rewrite that. Of
In a
course,
metal detecting format? Or-
if it winds up being metal detecting format, great. I will be substituting people for people in here. So sorry in advance if you get offended. But yeah, so I might kind of rewrite that a little bit and throw a little spin, humorous spin on it. But yeah, so we'll see. Number six. Number six Crotobel.
that,
Number six is decent. That's a decent size one. That's probably like not that big. I think I don't know how high it went up 12, 14, something like that, as far as sizes.
yeah, I really haven't paid attention to that. I just dig them, clean them, and put them away.
If you can get whole ones that usually has the number on one side on the bottom, which will tell you what size it is.
Let's grab one real quick.
Kind of like kind of like bra sizes, but for bells.
This was almost whole.
Yeah, yeah, almost. It's close.
It's one of my large ones.
That's pretty big.
My largest one, I know it's packed away. It's in this year's fines, but
My largest one. Do I even have it over here? Mm, Let me see. I might not have it over here. Yeah, I do.
we have your one that rings.
Yeah, I've dug a couple of the last couple of weeks. I got that one, which is about the same
Nice.
size. Yeah, it was nice. That's the way it was sticking up out of the dirt. And then I turned it around and
Oh,
yep. And then this one, check this out.
yeah, that's a large one.
That's huge, dude. That's huge. Probably a 10 or a 12 or something, but unfortunately, I only got half.
Nothing on the other side.
Nothing on the other side. Nada. Oh, it didn't have a number on it. You know what? It's still a Crotobel. Yeah, that was big.
Even like the tiny ones.
What's that?
Even
That
like the tiny ones.
that one doesn't even have a number. I think that's a 0. It's a 0. But yeah, it don't matter if it has the number or doesn't have the number. You dug it. It's on your Christmas tree. That's all that matters. You put your own number on it. Make one up.
Number one.
There you go. Make your own number up for it. Just take a little what do you call it? Like a whiteout, and just make your own number. Or just take, or you know what? Get like a little carving thing and just engrave your own number in it. I would, or your initials. Make it your own, man.
Think about it, how they made that design that went around the sides
That's,
way
that's
back in the
that,
day.
that had to be some kind of mold or
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, Beth, that's what I would do. I just engrave it. Take it somewhere, have it engraved. Just put Beth Spell on it, and you can hang it up on the Christmas tree every year, and it just say Beth Spell. You know, I kind of like that. We can market that. Beth Spells. We'll just get Croto bells and put them on eBay and stuff. That works for me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. Hanging out with
Audra,
the Madman and Audra and
Amanda.
Amanda Diggity guys. We, like I said, we will be giving away probably some fines boxes. If I give away a coin, it's going to be something decent. I don't do Rosie's Mercs and Buffalo Nickels and stuff like that too often. So it will be something pretty cool. Maybe a Morgan. I don't know.
I'm
Something.
gonna give away something, but I gotta wait. I can't tell you what it is because I gotta wait and see if I have any left.
Marbles? You got plenty of marbles left.
No. I'm talking about my books.
Oh, the books. Oh, I got you.
I got another book signing Saturday,
I was gonna
so
say,
if I sell it,
tell them about your book signing, how it went.
it went pretty good. I sold 7 of my new book,
Okay.
which was pretty decent. But my children's books, I sold a ton of those. I sold let's see, 21 children's books.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And you got
So
the
if I
pictures?
so if I have any of these left next Wednesday when we're on, I'll give one away.
There you go. So yeah, there'll be
But
some
if I
giveaways, and we'll just joke and smoke and laugh and have some fun and celebrate. We'll celebrate Christmas together, and that'll be that, man. Sounds good to me. Good people, man. Good people in the
yeah,
chat. Good people up here. That's all you can ask for. Surrounded by people, good people. That is. So, all right, man. We'll call it a night, and I don't know, man. The holidays are coming up. I don't know if you guys do New Year's resolutions. I don't, but
I don't either.
I mean, I don't. Ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies. I don't make any promises. Seriously, but coming into a new year, all I can say is this, man. Get out, dig, do stuff. Don't be a spectator in your own life, man. Don't be a spectator. Be active in it and go and do stuff. Stuff that you always wanted to do, go do it because you never know when these drones are going to get you. So, y'all have a great night, and we will see you for the Big Bang next week, and we'll see you then. Have a great night, guys.